has made the mistake of getting me the Bridge box set to complete my wee lineup of like Borgin and The Killing and stuff like that. So he's just going to lose me the entire holiday weekend, and I'll just be in a Fair Isle sweater watching my Scandi dramas.
Why not? Yeah, absolutely.
I have written some questions and stuff down about
Cool.
this.
Cool.
I did really, really enjoy it. And actually, I didn't realise I was in Waterstones yesterday. Yeah, because I was in the office yesterday, so I went to Waterstones for lunchtime. And they had all this, like, this section, like an Oscars section still, and it was like Oscar winners. I didn't realise this was actually based on a book itself, which kind of makes it even funnier. Like, the joke is even funnier.
Yeah. Yes, I didn't realise that until I saw the end credits, and it said, based on a film. So yeah, nice. Yeah, it's like another layer to it, even, isn't it? So it's quite interesting.
Did you know that there's formaldehyde in books?
No, I did not.
So it can be in the print, or it can be like if it's got a glossy cover, because it's often in glossy magazines as well. So I was sitting there wearing a t-shirt, I would like to add, that said "read more books" on it. And the woman was like, "Would you consider yourself a big reader?" And I was like, it's my entire personality. Like, what are you not getting? So yeah, so I didn't realise that, but there can be formaldehyde in books, which is a strange one.
It must be fairly concentrated if they consider it to be a threat to your health. If they, you know what I mean?
The books one's a killer, because I don't do like Kindles or anything like that. I tried a Kindle before and I didn't like it. So I don't actually know what I'm going to do. And I did just get a big stack of books delivered as well. So get someone else to turn the pages. Is that what your butler does for you? You just say, next.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a one-a-day thing. It's on the stand. Yeah. The book's on the plinth. You say, Jeeves, you haven't turned the page today. I want to know how Mr. Reacher is going to do in his next adventure. This may sound stupid, but you could wear gloves.
Yeah.
Or just one glove.
I have.
Obviously, because you don't. No, because you don't turn page. You don't turn.
Ah, yeah, that's
page
true.
with both hands, so you
that
could
is
wear.
True.
No, seriously, because you can get these. You can get multi-packs of like these, almost like single-use gloves, and just use one of them. It doesn't need to be anything fancy, as long as it's got enough sort of tension in them that it can actually turn the page, and it's not going to be you're going like that.
You're not going to have to get an old lady thimble or something.
That is actually a very good idea. Seriously, because when they're counting money, that's the kind of thing that they use.
Oh, so yeah. I mean, my gran used to have, because I don't know if it was like it can't have been for knitting, it was something else. My gran used to have loads of thimbles around the house, but then she started doing that granny thing where, I don't know if your gran did the same thing, but then she started buying like China thimbles. So there was like a shelf in a cabinet. So I'm like, what is the purpose of them?
Yeah, aye. It's like buying candles and not lighting them.
Yeah.
Having a
these are the good candles, yeah.
Yeah, the good candles. No, you don't use them. These are the Joe Malone candles. You don't touch those.
Yeah, exactly. Oh God. Man, yeah, maybe that's my life now, a thimble.
Thimbles are for sewing, aren't they? Rather than
I think so.
Knitting. I think it's sewing.
I'm not gifted in either department. It has
to
be
neither
said. My
am
gran did try to teach me to knit, but it was not a success.
Yeah, I think it is sewing rather than knitting for some reason. Because knitting, you're holding.
I suppose you get two needles on the go.
The needles,
they're like ugly.
But with I think it's to protect your thumb or protect your finger.
For threading.
Yes, or like catching. Like you can get needles actually hurting your fingers all the time if you're not careful. If you're working quickly, that kind of thing. I don't know. I'm not going to
myself up. I was going to say showing myself up to be a bad wife because I don't, darn Chris's socks when they get holes in them or anything like that.
I hate to tell you, nobody darns socks now. They throw them out and buy new socks.
Exactly.
Yes.
I meant to say to you, I was looking into that, going to see that, what's it called? The Devil After Midnight? Is that the new horror that's out? But then I've been put off it because I read this big theory that apparently the demon in it is AI generated. I just thought that tied in quite nicely to what we were talking about. So it's already there in film. It's just that people didn't notice it until it was pointed out, and then it started getting absolutely tanking reviews because people were like, "Oh, AI, blah blah blah." But it was getting good reviews up until that point.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Yes, it's strange how things turn when people actually realise, like the pub of the year that you just said there. Obviously, I saw that just about the same time. You know, nobody complained when they won the award the last time. Oh.
That is honestly, I couldn't resist as soon as I saw it. I was like, "Oh, those two are going to love this."
Yeah. I subscribe to that as well. The angry people in local newspapers. There's some really good ones in it.
A belter. I love people pointing at potholes, looking sad, or like holding up a receipt for something that they get charged for twice. Looking sad. I just love all that stuff because I obviously, when I used to work at the paper, you used to listen to what assignments photographers were getting sent out on because it's just so fascinating how they can actually coax people into, like, can you look really angry when you're standing outside the court and stuff like that, or can you point at this, you know, hole in the road and look very sad and upset, you know. It's brilliant.
Oh man, I know, but local newspapers are the worst for it because this obviously angry people in local newspapers, it points to all these different sites, and the stories in them are like almost they're non-stories. Everything to do with it. It's just filling space. That's all it is. And they're all really badly written as well. Because obviously the people who are writing them are journalists, but you can tell that they do not want to be there and be doing that sort of job.
Oh. No, writing about a rogue squirrel infestation in a local primary school, or wee Jeannie didn't get served a baguette because it was before 9 o'clock and stuff like that. Yeah, it's not the stuff that you dream of writing about when you join a newspaper.
Yeah. Well, the ones I feel really sorry for are the ones that have to basically trawl through like social media.
Court. Oh, I thought you were going to say the court.
Find a story. No, find a story that's breaking on Twitter and then just use that as a story for the paper. And you think, Jesus, you know, it's just.
What is even funnier though is when a journalist, I've seen it happen quite a few times, people who have, so say for example, there's been like a big crash or something and people have posted photos of it, somebody will get in touch with them, usually from either GB News or Daily Mail, and say, "Hi, I'm such and such, I work for said publication, can I use your pictures?" And without fail, if it's those two, they always get told, "No, fuck off."
Oh, quite right, yeah.
So, yeah, serves them right for working for a dish rag, I suppose. Although, did you hear that Martin Scorsese is launching a program on, is it Fox News or some sort of Fox television channel?
I didn't know that, no.
I read that
Fox TV and Fox News are separate.
Oh, are
Fox
they?
News is still, they still own the news division, but the TV part is owned by Disney.
Right, so maybe it's Fox
TV. See all the like the star offerings that we get as part of Disney, that is all Fox and FX and stuff like that. That's all their company.
Right.
Which was sold off, obviously.
Yeah, because that's how you get like Family Guy and stuff on Disney Plus, isn't it? Because that's FX. Okay, so it's not Fox News then. It's definitely not. I thought he'd suddenly just like a half hour of his right wing ranting or something. I just think that would be well. I was going to say it'd be hilarious. It wouldn't be for those involved right enough, but
even that's interesting because obviously he railed against the whole superhero thing. And Disney is obviously a big superhero company, you know, all Star Wars and Marvel and all X-Men and all this sort of stuff now as well. So maybe he's softening. Maybe he's going to do the Fantastic Four reboot.
I was going to say, or the check was big enough.
Well, yeah, there is that, yes. Because he is working with a lot of streaming services, I suppose. So, yeah, doing work with Apple and did stuff with Netflix as well. So, yeah.
Yeah. So, well, we shall see how that turns out.
Yes.
So sorry, there's a cat somewhere at my feet. I can feel her, but I can't see her.
I couldn't hear any cat noises at any point. So
she was screaming the place down at one point. She was up on her hind legs with her paws on my leg, screaming the place down. And I was trying to give her scritches to get her to shut up. But that's good. You didn't pick it up, so that's good. That's good.